welcome on back to another brand spanking new edition of the 3 Counted Out podcast. I am joined by the Bubba Ray Dudley to my Spike Dudley. I've been cast, whoever casted the eternal swamp ass of damnation and torment on me, can you please uncast it? I've learned my lesson. Hi, my name's Jackal.
Danhausen? Yeah, you can go ahead and uncurse him. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
I feel my ass again. Thank you, Mike. I'm my Asshausen.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Man, what
Danhausen's curses really work.
It really does. It really does, because that's the most exciting thing to happen this week.
The most exciting thing in wrestling, Danhausen curses.
Oh my goodness, dude. I can't wait for our wrestling and football podcast to open up with basketball. Yippee!
And hockey.
And hockey. As both the NBA and NHL playoffs have wrapped up recently, leading to the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York...
Look at you knowing team names.
Oh, it took me a second. You watch my eyes squint. That's to make sure it's the right one.
No.
And the New York Knicks winning their respective leagues and whatnot. The Hurricanes ending like a 30-year drought,
something like that, yeah.
And the Knicks was a 50-plus year drought.
Yeah, 53.
Yeah, they were in the 70s. And then they decided to celebrate in New York by ripping a bus completely to shreds, setting multiple cars on fire, stabbing each other, beating the shit out of each other, and I believe taking trips to Times Square. Oh, wait, sorry. I just described the New York crime report from this morning.
Same thing.
Average day in New York, in my opinion. And the only reason that the Knicks were able to get this far, in my opinion, is the fact that Danhausen said, Stephen A. Smith, in the beginning of the playoffs, you are cursed. But after some time, and I believe after a fan-purchased cameo, where he very, very, very politely, very nicely, very nice-hausen asked Danhausen with all of his human dollar bills to please, pretty please, Hausen, uncurse the New York Knicks. And Danhausen said...
I have a stroke, Hausen.
Yeah, I'm about to as well. I'm surprised I got through that in a coherent way. That was impressive on my part. Danhausen said, all of the opponents of the New York Knicks, you are cursed. And the New York Knicks, you are uncursed. And look what happened. The Knicks went on, I think, a
14-game win streak, lost one, and then won again.
And the only game that they lost, that our current sitting president of the United States was in the building. What does that tell you?
Yeah, he cancels out Danhausen curses. Wild.
I think I need to make a few calls after that one. It's so funny that WWE got in bed with ESPN at just the perfect time, because they are going to take this Danhausen shit and run it as far as it can go, as far as it can go, as hard as it can, because he's undefeated right now. The curse in the world of sports is undefeated at the moment.
You know the dumbest thing?
Huh?
I bet if Danhausen never went to WWE, their partnership probably would have been done by the end of the year. I think ESPN would have pulled out. ESPN would have been like, this is not worth it. You are putting on shit pay-per-views. These shows aren't doing nearly the numbers we thought. And here comes Danhausen making these curses, all of a sudden being right, getting views on everything. And all of a sudden, Danhausen probably saved that.
I don't know if it's done by the end of the year, but I definitely agree that it saved the relationship like a lot. A
Yeah.
lot, because ESPN has short form content, ESPN has videos, ESPN has television segments, ESPN has a man on the ground to be able to film documentaries and whatnot for a long, long time, at least until the curse has been unproven. Because at the moment, I think, fingers crossed, that I believe the Lions are currently the team to be able to benefit from Danhausen's curse in the NFL this upcoming season. I hope. God, I hope. I feel like we're the most injured team statistically. Not to interject football in here real quick, but I said the words Detroit Lions and the monkey with the symbols in my brain started going. We are statistically, over the past 2 years, the most injured team in the league. Statistically, for the amount of plays that were lost by injured players, number one, way at the top, is the Lions. So if all it takes for us is to get a very nice, very evil Kurshausen put on all of our opponents this year, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I just want one. I just want one. I don't.
Could you imagine somebody? Could you imagine somebody coming up to you and be like, "Well, you have an asterisk because of Danhausen curses." I don't fucking care.
Don't care. I don't care. I'll put an asterisk tattoo on my testicles. I don't care. I don't even need to win the Super Bowl. I don't even need to win it. I just want to appear in it. I just want to win the NFC at this point, Mike.
Yeah.
God, even you weren't alive for the last time the Lions were in a championship game of that caliber.
No.
That was what, 1942?
Yeah. No, they won the championship in, I thought, like the 60s or 70s.
Whatever it
I don't
may
remember
have been.
I wasn't alive.
Neither was I. God darn it. I want one now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think we're the fourth out of all the major major sports, like the 4 major sports. I think we are the fourth longest. The Lions are the fourth longest without a championship.
Oh.
Out of the 4 major sports, I think the Cardinals are first.
They ain't getting it this year. Bird watching will be coming soon to a podcast channel near you. Keep up with the bird.
Yeah, didn't they just lose somebody for the entire season?
I think so. I think it was like an O lineman or something.
Yeah.
It was like an O lineman or something.
I was like, well,
bird watching.
Yeah, and that was what's even worse is that was after somebody was talking to one of the linebackers and was like, well, how do you feel now that the Rams have Myles Garrett? And he's like, well, they still got to deal with us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They certainly do got to deal with you, man.
And then, like, a day later, player injured for the season.
Out for a season. Out for an entire year. The people who are also going to be done for the entire year, like I said earlier, are the Knicks and Danhausen, because he is currently slated to have either a ESPN-produced documentary or a WWE-produced documentary about basically the next, like, week of his life. It is being reported that there are a bunch of camera crews following him around right now since he was at Madison Square Garden. He's more than likely going to be at the parade. He's going to be extreme. This is a spoiler because fucking duh. And Saturday night's main event in like a month from now, the whole entire show is going to be themed around Danhausen because it is going to be taking place from Madison Square Garden. It's walking distance from the Barclays Center, which is where the Knicks play.
Who would have thought that just some random fucking weirdo from Madison Heights that just puts on face paint and goes like this was gonna become what he is now? It's insane.
No one.
Because the beginning of the year, he was still just coming back, hanging out in a toy store, fucking signing autographs for like $10 with Mick Foley.
He was at Motor City last year, not at a booth like not at like an AEW produced like Danhausen booth. He was at just a regular ass comic table in full gimmick, signing his own comics, just at Motor City. You know, for the love of the game. He was talking to Dave and Chuck the Freak for the love of the game. Like, now they're going to have to pay him to come back on the show. You know, that's what happens when you make it to this level. And it's like, oh, but he's not wrestling. He's not going to be a world champion. He doesn't give a shit.
He should never have a belt. This gimmick should never have a belt. This gimmick should never be about a belt.
Oh my God. He just do this until you can't anymore. Because if you try to do anything more than what you are currently doing, you're doing it wrong, and you're just trying to do too much at that point.
Yeah,
it's perfect. Because as much as the normal Joe Schmoes that are just channel surfing through ESPN, and then they see some weirdo talking to Stephen A. Smith in full face paint, they're going, the hell's wrong with his voice? Why is he talking to Stephen A? This shit's so dumb. And they keep on going. But again, it technically works. You are going to get some of those people that do think Danhausen's very funny, very charismatic, very entertaining, because he is, and they're going to come watch your product. They'll probably get bored very soon afterwards because of how many ads are going on right now, but that's an entirely different story.
Or having the same people say the same shit over and over and over and over and over.
Or having Jey Uso constantly winning matches because last week, Mike, I told you so. I told you.
Between you and another guy I threatened on X, I told him, I said, I saved his post the same way I told you. And I said, if Jey Uso ends up winning this whole thing, I'm pooping in his engine and I'm pooping on your lawn. That's just how it's going to be.
Listen, it wasn't going to be Balor. Powerhouse Hobbs.
Jey Uso wins this, and we get a Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes fucking awful match. I swear to God, I'm putting my head through a fucking wall.
It's not going to be Cody. He's currently tied up with Gunther.
If it's Roman, it's even
Gunther's
worse.
boyfriend.
We saw that bullshit before.
Exactly. We did. We were there for it.
And the only thing that's going to be different is instead of Jimmy interfering, it's going to be Jacob.
That'll be $39.99, please.
No, that match will be free on ESPN.
Oh,
no,
right.
I'm sorry. Cody will be free on ESPN.
Exactly.
Roman will be paid for.
SummerSlam's that 2-night special for the second year in a row. No? Yeah.
I think this is the first one, right?
No, last year Seth and Punk closed night 1, and then Cody and Cena was night 2.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
The bullshit that's been happening over the last year, I'm just starting to mentally block it out.
It's almost like this product hasn't been entertaining enough to actually keep track of week by week by week by week anymore, because I didn't even realize that King of the Ring is not this weekend. That's actually next weekend, because all the semifinal matchups that need to happen to be able to get to that point are happening this week and technically the next, because if you'll allow me to pull up the brackets, the bracketology real quick. Okay, so all of the semis have been decided, and the men's Obafemi and Dom Mysterio, I believe, is taking place tonight. And if my prediction is still to be true, I believe Obafemi is just going to run over Mr. Dirty Dom. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone can fantasy book the Dom and Liv Morgan King and Queen of the Ring angles. Too bad, so sad. I don't think that's going to happen because they have no creative plans for them at the moment. The other side of the semis for the men's is Javon Evans taking on the Yeet Man coming Jey Uso.
Yeah, and there's no way Javon wins.
As good as Javon is, as excited I am for his future, this would have been way too quick to stick him. If the King of the Ring did not have a SummerSlam title shot tied to it, I would have no issue with Javon Evans winning. absolutely not. If anything, I would prefer Javon Evans to win the King of the Ring tournament. But since it does have that title match stipulation that is going to be at SummerSlam, I don't care to see Javon Cody or Javon Roman right now. Not at this
and I'm sorry.
stage. I don't.
When you call up Obafemi and then you go, we're putting on King of the Ring. I'm sorry, year one when he decides to enter, he should win. He calls himself the ruler, make him the king. It's the only thing that makes it literally wrote itself.
Yep.
Zero effort.
Yep.
And then it could have been one of those like, well, we saw that coming. He goes out, he wins a title, he holds it till whenever, drops it in a fuck, like in a clusterfuck, whether it be to Roman or to somebody else that just cheats to win, and then he goes on a tangent or on a tirade of winning it back, or just leaves for a bit, whatever it is.
All of that could and would have happened. Even the AI could have wrote that one. But the only caveat is that he's tied up with Piss Boy himself right now. That is the only reason why he's not going to win this, which sucks. Sucks because it makes perfect sense. And I guarantee you, with the way that this company has been going pretty much for the past calendar year, by the time that we make it to King of the Ring 2027, he's going to go from like up here to maybe I'll say like a here. I'm not saying like all the way down at the floor, but I feel like a drop off is definitely coming. But because everybody's saying, "Oh my God, Oba's on top, Oba this, Oba that." Look at Braun. Look at Braun. Braun came in my opinion, just as hot as Oba, and now it's, oh hey, Braun's out here. He's the old he's the Woody to Buzz in Toy Story. It's, oh, I don't want to play with you anymore. Drop. I'm holding the brand new shiny Obafemi strut action figure while some asshole decides to join the call. My goodness, he doesn't even have his video camera on. What do you think about the Obafemi strutting new action figure? There you go.
Let me
I want to show his hairline.
No, I don't. Let me tell you something. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really in depth. I like that. That was great.
New Obafemi got a new hairline?
I was making a bit. You joined in as soon as the tail end of the bit. Doesn't make sense then, asshole. Special guest appearing out of nowhere, Fire Guy Kev. Not gonna tell you what he's doing. Please stop paying attention, Mr. Officer.
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit this all out. That's neat.
No, because I'm actually on really cool. Well, I actually recently bought a simulator. So this is actually real. That's the simulator I bought.
Green screen is also in a fucking
so
dead
great.
zone.
Yeah.
This is going swimmingly.
Is it that bad? I'm a little glitchy.
Yeah.
I can see it.
A little bit. Anyways,
the simulator sucks a lot of power.
We'll jump ahead to the Queen of the Ring tournament right now as we preview their quarterfinal matchups happening this week and next. Liv Morgan and Charlotte Flair. No, Rhea Ripley's not in it. Rhea Ripley is having fans text her personal number because they wanted to see her since they couldn't afford to go to SmackDown.
No, they were hoping. From what I heard, they were basically hoping she could get them tickets.
Oh.
We can't afford to go. Could you get us tickets?
Pretty please. Even though I went probably really illegally out of my way to obtain your personal phone number to text you on it and try to get a hold of you. Please, I'm poor. Also,
Buddy has a lot of restraint because that man is all muscle, and I would just break those people in half.
I think if Buddy Matthews just looks at some of these wrestling fans, they probably would just explode from the inside. I don't know about exploding in their pants. Some of them might explode in their pants if Buddy Matthews looked at them, but that's an entirely different story. However, since Rhea Ripley...
Buddy Matthews? Oh.
Well, I mean, listen, you like muscles, and Buddy Matthews is a walking muscle, so you know.
He is a walking muscle, but I like my muscles to look like Rhea Ripley.
Oh, their personal space being invaded. Got it.
Oh no!
Back to the Queen of the Ring, Liv Morgan and Charlotte Flair. Feels like this match has happened far too many times for me to care, but also I could not recall that the last time that this match happened. You know,
this match actually hasn't happened in a long time.
I was about to say, I don't think Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan have ever faced each other once.
I don't know. I just feel bored of it already, and it hasn't happened. Maybe that's just Charlotte.
Oh, so you're bored of Charlotte Flair?
Probably because. Well, I mean, I'm not. She's actually had character. You haven't even watched wrestling. You don't even know what she's been doing.
That is true. That is true. This man retired with Cena.
She got divorced from Tiny Wiener Andrade.
That was like this time last year.
Was it last year?
It was a while ago. It was a while ago.
We all saw that TikTok.
On the other side of the tournament, Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. Realistically, if they're smart, which this is, again, WWE we're talking about here, so 9 times out of 10, they're fucking not. And the other 1 out of 10 times, the AI is in charge of it, so it's not going to know how to be smart to begin with. If they're smart, they would do Judgment Day versus Judgment Day in the finals. As much as I love Io Sky, I feel like she can get a title match on her own. Since you have the champion who would get one of these title shots against her in the tournament right now, it would make perfect sense for a storyline to have her go to the finals to go up against her teammate. I feel like that hasn't been done. I feel like that would be something, because at the moment, since WrestleMania, since Liv beat Stephanie, Mike, can you confirm, has Liv Morgan done a single fucking thing?
She's come down to the ring a bunch of times, but has defended her belt exactly 0 times.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
I rest my case. So this something, even if it's like a kind of like a lukewarm reheated pizza that you reheated like an hour ago, but it's still kind of warm. That is still better than going to bed hungry. You know, like something is better than nothing.
I agree with you. I think that would be the only one that makes sense, because if you have Charlotte win, okay, she's going to face Rhea probably.
Again.
And then if Io wins, she's going to face Rhea again.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing that makes sense, and I kind of figured that was why they were doing it, was to have Liv, like probably Roxanne will come down and interfere in Raquel's match. Dom will come down and interfere in Liv's. And then we have Judgment Day versus Judgment Day, and, you know, they can go from there.
Something. It's something, you know? Whether
it's a better storyline than pretty much anything else they have going on.
Whether Liv wins, whether Raquel wins, I don't care. It's something, a storyline to break up this faction that has been around since WrestleMania 38. It's going on WrestleMania 43, all right? This ain't Bloodline absolute cinema shit. This is just, okay, let's draw it out and stretch it out as long as it can go. And I feel like you're kind of at its end.
We still have fucking Bloodline cinema, and it's just tough.
Yeah.
WWE needs to just fucking knock it off. I know Triple H loves his long-term storytelling, but holy fuck, circling the wagons back to Solo going, if Roman wants me to bow, he can come find me. We already did this.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Already took care of this.
That was the Netflix debut episode, actually.
We don't need to run this shit back, like, ever.
Just because it's taking you a long time to tell this story doesn't mean it's long-term storytelling. All right?
Yeah. It's just a shitty story.
Which, I mean, just goes to show you how little of a character that Solo actually has, because outside of Bloodline stuff, let's see, he's feuded over a lantern,
United States belt.
The United States with his family members again.
Yeah. That's just it.
And that's it.
If you watch him at any fucking live event, he has personality. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
He makes people laugh. Even when he's being like a goofy heel. Like, he has character. And then they put him on TV and they're like, no, you got to be Solo Sikoa. And he's just boring. He's okay sometimes. He has personality blips here and there, but they don't let him be himself. And that sucks. They neuter him, Austin Theory, fucking Braun Breaker.
A lot of people now.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a really weird problem to have because it's not like it's a tiny roster. It's not like it's a small roster. You have plenty of people on the roster. Granted, you don't have a lot of pay-per-view time, and granted, they're also cutting back on the television time. So there's going to be less spots for people to get on to be able to start showing character and allowing them to work a little bit more. But when you had the longer amount of time, because my reference being SmackDown is going from 3 hours back down to 2 again, when you had that 3-hour window for SmackDown, you were still struggling to fill it when you have all these people on your roster, but you're constantly giving the same people segments over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
And you're not letting these other characters that you've done nothing with go out there to actually, do the legwork to help them establish said character. Am I doing a dumb podcast thing by using too much of my brain and it's making the little WWE AI kind of like self-explode a little bit, kind of glitch?
Probably.
It sucks. It just sucks. Yeah. We've been a broken record at this point, kind of saying
we didn't start that way.
No,
we
really haven't.
Go back to the Bloodline stuff with Sammy in it, Sammy turning on Roman. That was all fantastic. Leading up to even Roman J in Ford Field, that was fucking incredible. All the lead up to that was gold.
Match itself was a different story, but
Well, because they killed it to set up one of the worst fucking Mania matches of all time in Jay versus Jimmy. And that was kind of where it started to separate.
Mm-hmm.
Where it went, we had such an amazing run, and then all of a sudden it was like, here comes the bullshit. And they did. They had the worst, if not the worst, one of the worst WrestleMania matches to have ever happened.
Yeah.
And we got the Bloodline story died. And it's just been running on bullshit ever since.
Running on, God, I don't even want to call it nostalgia, but that's the only word that I can think of right now. It's like, hey, remember this from a couple years ago? Look, yep, you're being rewarded for paying attention to the long-term storytelling. Look, Jey Uso was probably going to be in the main event of SummerSlam this year. Yeah, you do remember when he was main event Jey Uso. Look, 4 letters, 1 word. Fuck. It's weird. They're more worried about going to sit on the fucking front lawn of the White House for a UFC event than they are actually running their company right now. They're more worried about, as fun and goofy as it is, they're more worried about the Knicks winning the fucking championship of basketball than they are their actual company right now.
Yep.
It sucks. It really sucks. I bought Netflix. I went out of my way to buy Netflix for WWE. The last time I watched it was on the podcast when you called it out that I had it on my other monitor when Brock's entrance was making my face all light up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
When was that? That was fucking months ago at this point. I did my hand movement. I'm so angry. Then my hand motions and made my camera blur. Fuck. You talk for a second. I need to unblur my camera.
Well, and right now on Raw, it's like, okay, you can watch Seth, Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, Montez Ford, Brock might show up, Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Jacob is going to be in the background. LA Knight. Judgment Day. Nope. Injured.
Not Punk. They're planning on moving Punk to SmackDown.
Yeah. Finn's on SmackDown now. It's the same shit every single week. And then they expect us to be like, yay, new shit from the same people. It's the exact same stuff all over again.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, thank you for another weekly serving of slop, WWE. I'm so excited. Yahoo!
Yeah, because I'm assuming at either Saturday Night's Main Event or SummerSlam, because Logan Paul's injured, it's going to be Austin Theory and Braun Breaker versus Montez Ford and Seth Rollins for the belts.
Oh, perfect. Yep.
I'm assuming, because they like to make their bullshit matches, and that's definitely a bullshit match. You can watch Montez Ford do flippy shit and Seth Rollins do a pedigree and a curb stomp. And Braun Breaker running around the ring and spearing somebody.
Yep.
Now.
It's getting real hard to kind of want to sit down and talk about this stuff, because we're just now at about a half hour talking about this stuff, and I feel like I'm at my wit's end.
Well, and right now, EW is MJF has some contenders that are coming for him. That's all right. They keep on putting Mark Briscoe in the main event. But Will Ospreay's calling out New Japan, which is, I'm assuming, kayfabe. I if it's a shoot, whoa boy, he's talking a lot of shit. Which I doubt he would for a company that he basically got his name under. So I'm assuming it's all a work to get Yoda. Forgot his last name, but the guy that just won one of the IWGP titles.
Oh, Yoda, the Jedi.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a work to get him to come to Forbidden Door to face Will Ospreay, because Forbidden Door is the next big thing where they have 4 pay-per-view or 4 companies in one pay-per-view. But I mean, their storyline with the Death Riders. Yeah, Death Riders.
Yeah, Death Riders. Yeah, boy.
The Death Riders.
Right.
The Death Riders. They're just. It seems like they're using them to just give everybody else showtime. Like, look at what all these other people can do. Here, Death Riders, go put on a good match with them, and them, and them, and them. And it's one of those, like, I get it. I'm happy all these people are getting screen time, but holy fuck.
Yeah.
So, you have other people besides the Death Riders. I know they're your workhorses. I understand. But Jesus Christ.
I feel like that's part of the reason why, like, Danhausen kind of jumped ship, because he was there for years, and I didn't hear you guys mention his name at all. I know he was hurt.
No, he popped out. He popped out a few times, but
I feel like AEW is significantly worse than WWE as far as using the same people over and over and over and over and over again. Because the whole thing of Tony wanting to run them into the dirt before the wheels fucking fall off, you know?
Tony very much has a "these are my favorite toys" type mentality, where he goes, "These are my favorite toys. I want to see them every week." Which, when you're a millionaire that's also a wrestling fan, a billionaire that's also a wrestling fan, and eventually sometimes you do that shit. They've gotten a lot better at storytelling, they've gotten a lot better at production. Every now and then it's okay, we are seeing the same fucking people every week. It's not always. Sometimes they do just put on some banger fucking matches and you're like, I just watched a Dynamite where it was a 5, like almost every match was almost 5 stars. This is amazing. And then you have another one where you're like, skipped it all.
Even still, I will still take that in comparison to what AEW. Again, it's so funny to me how both companies are like ebbing and flowing, because WWE was peaked, AEW was in the trough. Now it's kind of going back up, and then they've had moments where they've kind of crossed and gone up and down and such. I feel like AEW is definitely on the upswing in comparison to where they've been. It's not like a here going up, but it's a gradual increase. And I just know AEW is also the type of company, if they were to make a video game, they probably wouldn't put any of their executives in it who appeared on the Epstein files or anything.
Maybe. Probably not.
Did you hear about that one real quick? I wanted to get
no.
Oh, yeah, 2K26.
What about who?
One of the TKO executives whose name appeared in the Epstein files a couple times is now a playable character in the game. Let's see. I wanted to get that in because I saw this while I was taking a shit at work today. WWE 2K26 executive in the game. Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick was quietly added to the WWE 2K26 roster.
Why? Because they have such stupid, fragile fucking egos. They have to put themselves in a goddamn video game.
He features a 77 overall rating, a custom entrance utilizing Frank Sinatra's My Way, and specially recorded commentary lines from Michael Cole and Wade Barrett.
Did hear about that because guess what? You can't put that song on anybody fucking else besides for him.
Oh. Okay, so apologies. It's not a WWE executive. It's a Take-Two executive who appeared multiple times.
I'm going to make him pass out every match now. I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to make him bleed.
Good.
God.
I do the same thing.
Some of these people just need to be punched in the mouth, man. I'm just...
I definitely don't think...
who's punching people in the mouth?
Oh, half the fucking NFL! That dude's punching people in the mouth! 90% of rosters of the NFL at the moment. Jesus Christ. Every single time Mike logs onto the internet, there is a new domestic assault case. Every single time. It has happened. Like this week, I think it's happened, 4, 5 times? You found a new fucking case?
I couldn't imagine. And, like, hey, you're in the NFL.
Yeah.
You made it.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to make, this year alone, just this year, you're going to make $15 million.
Yes.
That's the first thing you're going to do.
I'm going to go home and I'm going to sucker punch my family right in the mouth. Every single one of them. Wife, bam. Kids, bam. Dog, bam.
I don't understand what makes you go, I'm a millionaire.
Like, dude.
Why? You are ruining your... you know what?
Oh, my God.
I'm actually going to take back what I was going to say. I was going to say you're ruining your career. James Pierce Jr., who was arrested for allegedly chasing his girlfriend in a Lamborghini, crashing into her, and then dragging her out and beating her, is back at the practice facility.
Didn't he also, charge the cops as well, too, or something like that? Yeah.
He's back playing football.
You're good to go. Make sure you win us the Super Bowl this year, man. Just go get it done.
Get out of here, you little scamp.
Yes. You little yellow guy, yellow goober. It's so crazy how many problems you can solve in your life with money. It's so crazy.
I don't fucking... How do teams not have people going, don't fucking hit your family? Don't do it.
Because...
Do not go punch people in the face. Like, if it's me, I'm like, if you do that, I don't care. You're cut. There's a clause in your contract.
Mm-hmm.
If you get arrested, you're cut, and you're banned from this team.
Yep.
Because, holy fuck. But the NFL is also run by terrible people. So
yeah, this is the same organization that, saw everything that was going on with people just placing bets on themselves and basically excommunicating them from the league. But Ray Rice fucking Batista bombing his girlfriend in an elevator Let's just slap him on the wrist to make sure he can play on Sunday. We got to make sure that
well,
Ray Rice can play.
the footage wasn't too clear. It could have been, and might not have been. So
it could have been a Batista bomb. It could have been a choke slam. I don't know. Or
Big Ben, who just had to change his number like Kobe Bryant did.
Jeez. Oh.
Hey, how about you give her some money and change your number? You're okay.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
I can still
you go
throw
win a
the
championship,
ball.
fella.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, you big son bitch.
Fucking
Go win us a
ogre.
championship.
It's so funny. That is one of my favorite McAfee clips about McAfee covering Ben Roethlisberger holding an entire press conference saying, "I'm so sorry, everybody. I've been addicted to booze and pornography for a long, long time, and I'm starting the road to recovery."
Yeah.
Big Ben, the big old ogre-looking fella. Yeah, I like Miller Lite and tits. Listen, I'm sorry. I'll try to get better.
Yeah. I don't, and it seems like it's worse this year than ever with people just going and hitting.
Oh,
I don't fucking understand it, man.
Because it's not. Don't get me wrong. Don't get anything twisted. It's not like we're comparing fucking these assault cases happening on spouses from across the generations. It's just there is such a high quantity of police cases and police reports this offseason from the middle of February to the middle of June. February, March, April, June. 4 months! 4 months. That's not that much of time for all these cases to happen.
You forgot May.
5 months! 5 months! That's not a long time for these amount of cases to happen. My point still stands. Don't punch your wife in her face if she doesn't cook you dinner as soon as you want it to. It's not the 60s
Wife,
anymore.
Girlfriend, significant other,
any boyfriend,
some random lady.
Dog.
Don't go around punching people.
Just don't. Just don't, man. Unless you're
punch
New
them,
York Knicks fans. You guys get to punch as many people as you want, apparently.
Only when your team wins.
Only if you win. Only if you win. And there are some teams that are vying to compete to win this year, as we took a look at the AFC North last week. But, Mike, last week you also said for us to take a look at the AFC West this year. Now,
yeah, I did. I forgot.
The 4 teams out in the AFC West are the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Denver Broncos, and the Kansas City Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift's, Travis Kelce's, the Chiefs. And in order, like how I covered the North last week, I believe right now the Chiefs are slated to win the West this year again, followed by the Chargers, then
Not
the Broncos,
Broncos,
then the Raiders. It is a very those top 3 is very tight. I think it's I think the Broncos have like 5-1 odds. I think the Chargers have 4-1, and I think the Chiefs are 1-2. Like it is a tight race between those 3. And there is one team that is very much a fucking outlier, and that is the Las Vegas Raiders. Because they have a big old hill to climb. However, in my opinion, I don't know about you, Mike. I feel like the Raiders might be up there this season for probably the best offseason in the league so far. The Raiders have had a really, really good offseason. They had a good free agency period, and they had a really good draft. And that is
I'm hoping they do something here. I would like to see the Raiders do well. I don't think they're going to do amazing, but I would like to see them do well. Did you know I've been looking at depth charts off and on. Right now they have Kirk Cousins as starting quarterback.
Yes,
which is hilarious because if he starts over Fernando, I mean, I would get it, but it's Kirk. Come on. Like, he's going to throw, 80 interceptions and,
4,000
79 touchdowns?
Yeah.
They have Ashton Genty and then nobody else you've ever heard of in the backfield.
Yep.
Trey Tucker is still their starting one, which is okay.
Wild. Well, I mean, they had Henry Ruggs before Henry Ruggs decided to play Frogger with a woman and her dog. Turns out he tried to actually appeal that, lost the appeal. Gosh, I wonder why. It's a fucking mystery to us all, man.
And then they have Jalen Naylor, Jack Beach. I believe that's how you say his last name.
Bitch.
They have people like Dante. Huh?
Huh?
You call him a bitch?
I think so. I don't know.
They have people like Dante Thornton Jr. who never really got to showcase himself last year. They have Philip Dorsett, but I mean, again, those are kind of people not a lot of other people have heard of yet.
Mm-hmm.
They still have Brock Bowers. They have a decent offensive line.
Linderbaum going from the Ravens to the Raiders is easily going to be their best pickup because that interior of their line, I feel like is going to be the Ashton Genty is going to be up the middle. I don't trust their tackles, but the interior of the Raiders O line is really good in my opinion. So it's going to be a lot of halfback dives and whatnot. But the majority of the Raiders' free agency was done on the defensive side of the ball, starting out with the fact that Max Crosby is still with the team after everything that happened with the Ravens this offseason.
And I'm sorry, I still think, and this is just me, random guy on the internet, I don't know if I've ever seen Trey Hendrickson play a full season of fucking football, at least in the last 4 years.
I think
I've seen Max Crosby do it.
The only time Hendrickson did was when he was the sack leader, which I think that was 2 years ago. Other than that, he's been very injury prone since. But
and they went, we didn't like what we saw with Max Crosby. I don't like what I see with Trey Hendrickson, and you're picking him over Max? I think that's fucking insane, personally.
I think there was a lot more that was going on behind the scenes that neither party really wants to talk about. I think
you're probably right.
There's probably going to be some sort of documentary about that whole thing that comes out whenever it does, because you don't just...
Whenever they need to make some money.
You don't just trade a player and then go, never mind, we don't want him no more.
He didn't pass the physical. He shows regression. So
sure, pal. Yeah.
Okay.
Regardless, they still have a lot more pieces, like half of the Green Bay Packers defense, as Quay Walker and the Kobe Dean are now over there as well. Kwity Paye of Michigan fame,
still one of my favorite names,
of the Indianapolis Colts, now with the Raiders as well. Eric Stokes, Jeremy Chin, and Darren Porter line out their defensive backfield as well. The big thing for me as far as the Raiders go, because they did get Kubiak, Clint Kubiak, whatever his first name is.
Clint Kubiak, yeah.
And that was the Seahawks offensive coordinator last season.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as the Raiders defense has a fucking pulse, like just similar to the Bengals, as long as the Raiders defense can show up week to week, they can win some games. I'm not saying they're going to be winning the West or anything, because their schedule is still not the greatest, since they drew both the AFC East and the NFC West. So that's not the greatest schedule to have to begin with. But there are some winnable games on here. There is a Miami. There is a New Orleans. There is the Jets. There is the Browns. There is the Cardinals. So,
yeah, I mean, I want another season akin to last season. Not necessarily with all the same teams, but where we don't know what the fuck is going to happen week to week.
Yeah.
The chaos of last season,
oh my God, unmatched,
made every week so fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It made me want to kill myself during fantasy football.
For a Lions standpoint, absolutely.
Well, and the Lions, yes. But I mean, during fantasy football, I was beside myself. But Like, and that's also because my team had the structural capabilities of the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I, like, if we could have that chaos again, that would be so incredible. I loved it. I loved going. I don't know who's gonna win. Don't fucking ask me. Because we had the Colts start off the hottest team. We're going
fucking hot.
Are the Colts going to win the Super Bowl? And then all of a sudden the Seahawks were like, nah, that's us.
Yeah, Colts basically lost every single game the rest of the way, man.
Well, yeah, Danny Dimes decided, his leg didn't need to be together.
We will never get, in my opinion, I don't feel like we will ever get a season like last season ever again. Just the pure week to week to week to weakness being so fucking unpredictable. It made for great television. Made for a horrible fucking fan experience, but it made for phenomenal television. It really felt like an any given Sunday type of season. Honestly, it felt like any team.
Yeah, who's gonna win? No idea.
Who knows? Why do you think Jackal stopped forcing predictions to happen by like week 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going. Shit. I don't know. The Eagles might win. They should win. They're the Eagles, and then the Eagles lose, and we're like, I don't know, man.
No, I'm just gonna start flipping.
What about the Chiefs? The Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're gonna win. They lost 2. Fuck.
Flipping coins to predict this shit. That's all I need to do at this point. Golly. Yeah. And speaking of things that you just can't predict anymore, one thing that everybody
the health of the Chargers O-line
to predict. Close. You're really close on the segue since I'm going in order. The health of Bo Nix's leg. You're so close. You're right there. Because the Denver Broncos have found themselves winning the division to now they are the 3rd best odds to win the West. And realistically, Jackal is not a gambling man. This podcast is not sponsored by any sort of FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever. Listen, please gamble responsibly. However, I feel like the Broncos at 3rd best odds to win the West, that might be kind of a sexy bet for old Jackal to place right now. What'd you just find? What'd you find?
No, I forgot who was on their team. I forgot Lil Jordan Humphries.
Oh, Lil Jordan Humphries still playing football, baby! Yeah! Yes! All right, let's go! The best name in football, Lil Jordan Humphries. Literally, his name is Lil Jordan Humphrey.
I'm going Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims. All great. And then I was like, Lil Jordan Humphrey still hanging.
That's his honest-to-God government name. It's Lil Jordan Humphrey.
It's such a fucking good name.
It is such a good name.
I love it.
Quarterback room of Bo Nix and old Jarrett Stidham. Still a successful pass from Jarrett Stidham to Mike during the AFC Championship game. That was fun to watch. Running back room of J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey.
Oh, don't forget they also have Sam Erlinger.
Oh, Ellinger of Texas Longhorns fame, baby. That brother's going to ride the bench forever. That, Mike, I think Sam Ellinger is the new Colt McCoy. I think he's the new journeyman.
Make that money sitting down.
He's probably going to be in the league for a long time and maybe throw 6 passes.
I had a 20-year career. What'd you do? Sit on the bench.
How many touchdowns did you throw? 1, 16 years ago.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Wide receiver room of Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, and Troy Franklin, and Lil Jordan Humphrey as well. Shut up. Leave me alone. I think that I remembered that they got Jalen Waddle, but I also forgot that they got Jalen Waddle. I like that.
They traded considerably for him, didn't they?
A good amount too. I believe he was on the Dolphins.
Miami.
Dolphins. Yeah, he was on the Dolphins. Miami. That's another weapon for Bo Nix to utilize, but
they gave Evan Engram an extension, which I never saw coming.
Yeah, I saw him getting extended. I did not think buku
Easy
fuck
now.
you money. I never saw him getting an extension. There we go. A little bit better about it. He is one of the better tight ends in the league. I don't know about top 5, top 3 money.
I never thought I would say Evan Engram's one of the better tight ends in the league.
That's true. That's very true. I just feel like And I guess in my opinion, I feel like he got overutilized just because of how few wide receivers the Broncos actually had, or the ones that they did have weren't good enough. Like kind of a Brock Bowers situation where the stats were sort of inflated just because that was Bo Nix's only fucking option at the time. And he's a big boy and a good old blocking tight end as well. So it was the best of both worlds. Broncos O-line.
They do have great O-line.
They returned everybody from last year, which helps a bunch.
Yeah, Quinn is one of the higher-rated right guards. Mike McGlinchey's a decent right tackle.
Oh, my God.
Ottenberg's are...
Fucking hearing the name Mike McGlinchey, that is another, like, Colt McCoy. That is a fucking journeyman. Mike McGlinchey's been in the league for a minute, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that whole line, like the starting front five, are just solid. So, I mean, he should still have plenty of throw time.
Followed up with their defense, kind of returning a lot of the same from last year.
One guy's not going to fucking be there.
Whoo! One guy definitely not going to be there. One guy going to take a nice trip to county jail. Well, that's where he's going to be going. Allegedly. Please do not sue. I'm paying for a wedding.
Hey, there's no alleged when you get arrested for the second time in 2 weeks.
Yikes.
Because you broke the temporary order.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. Oh no.
Yeah, he got out on bail, and then immediately violated the order and went right back.
Hold on.
Alex Singleton, by the way, is another one of those journeymen. He seems like he's been around forever, and he's just been consistently pretty damn good. They have one of my favorite. Yeah, you're reading up on Jonathan Cooper, huh?
Yeah, they're starting outside linebacker.
Yeah.
It's a starter. It's a starter. Yep, it's Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, and you know what's even worse? He's pretty fucking good, too, and he's also apparently psycho. Allegedly.
According to
but
this,
also not really,
sir. Oh my
because he went on 4 charges. I believe he was the one that was domestic assault, strangulation, kidnapping, and something else.
Yeah.
Went to jail, got out, immediately violated the order, and immediately went right back. So,
boy,
not great.
That's definitely going to hurt the Broncos for sure. Fucking duh. But like they're back for Talanoa Hufanga and Pat Surtain. Just those two alone are like there's your secondary.
Well, and they still have Nick Bonito. They still have Alex Singleton. Those are 4 great names to just have sitting
in your
defense.
Starting defense, right?
Yeah.
The thing is with the Broncos this year, though, they went from a very favorable schedule last year to they got a bit of a harder schedule this year. Like I said, they drew the AFC East as well as the NFC West, and right now the NFC West is a fucking buzzsaw to be able to play
buzzsaw. Yeah.
On top of the fact they are a first-place team, so that means they have to play all the other first-place teams that won their divisions on the AFC side, as well as everyone else in their division as well, too. So
it's going to make some dynamite fucking football.
Oh, yeah.
I think most of the Broncos games are going to be must-watch. I think there's a lot of football this year that's going to be must-watch.
I got one for you right now that I'm looking at. A Christmas Day game. Christmas Day in Denver. Probably snow falling all around you.
Absolutely. That's going to be a snow game.
As the Broncos welcome Josh Allen and the Bills. Christmas Day. Ooh.
Oh, man. That's going to be a shootout. Well, I was going to say it's going to be a shootout. Let me see if Josh Allen has anybody he's thrown to yet.
Because the biggest thing for me as far as the Broncos go, outside of any sort of charges or police cases, is can Bo Nix body hold up, as well as can Bo Nix step up? Because Bo Nix has been middle of the pack ever since he entered the league. Can Bo Nix go from that, like, I think he was like 20 to 15 range stat-wise. Can he go from that range to, like, top 10? I was
going to say, he's kind of sitting next to Trevor Lawrence and Bryce Young and Justin Herbert.
Yep. And if he does, that is going to help out the Broncos a bunch. But if he doesn't take that leap, I don't know if the Broncos get over the hump because they got a lot of pieces around them. They gave up pieces to get Jalen Waddle, so I'm just saying.
It's hard to have a team that went from John Elway, nobody, to Peyton Manning, to nobody. And now you're supposed to kind of be that guy. Like, those are big shoes. Mm-hmm. You're now the person that you just had your team almost taken to the Super Bowl. Now you have to prove it's not a fucking fluke. It'll be interesting.
Speaking of people that have a team around them and are supposed to be that guy, don't worry, just keep waiting. This is the year that Justin Herbert will finally get over the hump and show that he's a top quarterback in the league. As we're taking a look at the second place team in the AFC West right now in favor to win the division,
I did see
the Jim Harbaugh Los Angeles Chargers.
I did see that there was, I should have shared it in the group chat. That was my bad. There was a graph stat of running backs that had the most improved offensive line. And you know who was sitting at the top?
Omarion Hampton.
Yep.
Yep. Because the biggest thing for the Chargers last year is that both Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt were out for the year before the season even started.
Yeah.
Immediately the biggest thing for the Chargers off rip before anything else. The fact that you lose both starting tackles before you even take a single snap of regular season football puts you behind the 8 ball to begin with. Granted,
yeah, it does.
Harbaugh still pulled out an extremely good season for what it could have been. Pay attention to what I said there. It was good for what it could have been. It was still kind of a little middling, but it could have gone much, much worse. As we take a look at the Chargers roster now, quarterback room of Justin Herbert, Trey Lance, and DJ Uyunglele, I believe is how Chris Collinsworth pronounced it once upon a time. Running
looks
back,
like Ulagalele?
Close. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Running back room of Omarion Hampton, Keaton Mitchell. Wide receiver, white boy Lad McConkey holding it down.
He's a wide receiver one. Props to him.
Good. He is a small little fella. He can catch a goddamn ball. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Quentin Johnson, Trey Harris, and a slew of other wide receivers as well.
Yeah, not the strongest wide receiver room out of the group.
No, very top heavy. Very similar to the Steelers. Very similar to the Steelers. You got two kind of primo ones, but then it's the rest. You know.
Yeah.
A tight end room, Orande Godsden and David Njoku jumping from the Browns.
Which is wild that he's backup tight end.
Oh, yeah. Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt should be back on the starting O-line, which should give Justin Herbert plenty more success than he had.
And they don't have the worst center in the league anymore.
No, they do not. They do not. I know for a fact he's gone. Couldn't be fucked to tell you his name, but I know he is off the roster.
Bradley Bozeman.
Oh, it was Bozeman. Oh, that's
I believe so. Ranked 32 out of 32.
Dead last, baby. Taking a look at the defense, headed up by Tyre Tart, Khalil Mack, Derwin James in the backfield for the Chargers.
Seeing Khalil Mack's name on yeah, man.
He's getting up there.
It's like seeing Bobby Wagner's name still floating around. It is insane.
Old. Again, as I always have to clarify, still a very, very, very young man, normal-wise. In football terms,
yes.
That is a fossil.
Because he was born a year after me.
Mm-hmm. Still going.
He's been in the league for
long time.
12 years.
Because he's still on the Chargers after getting off of the Bears, his stint with the Bears, and even still, before he got to the Bears, he had a cup of coffee time with the Raiders as well. He's been playing this game of football for a minute. Definitely more than a decade, that's for sure.
Him, and I think Tarheem still has been around for a while, hasn't he?
I believe so.
Oh no, he's been on. He's. I think he's only on year 2 or 3.
I think I might be thinking of someone else.
Yeah.
Granted, kind of similar vein of a schedule as we've taken a look at with the Raiders and the Broncos as well. Very tough drawing both the East and the West, because that's five games outside of your division that are going to be very, very challenging. The Rams, the Niners, the Seahawks, the Patriots, and the Bills. That's outside of the 6 that you're already going to play in division as well. That's 11 games right there that are going to be fucking real tough to play off rip, let alone all the other ones that you got to sprinkle in there as well.
And I don't know if that defense holds up as well as the others we've talked about so far.
It's definitely the weakest defense out of the 3. However, the one thing that we haven't talked about yet that I honestly forgot about until today has the opportunity to be the strongest offense, because my biggest question for the Chargers is, what does Mike McDaniel do with this team? Can he finally fucking unlock whatever Justin Herbert has inside of him? Because so many professionals and analysts and talking heads on ESPN are saying Justin Herbert's this god tier player that he just needs something to finally tap into his skills, and nothing's happened since. But now that the guru Mike McDaniel is there, maybe this is the thing to finally get him over that hurdle. The Chargers are... I know I just said this about the Raiders, but the Chargers are the Bengals of the West. The Chargers are the Bengals of the West. Phenomenal fucking offense.
That's kind of always how I viewed them.
Great offense, gunslinging offense. If they score 60 points a game, they're fine, because their defense is going to allow 50.
Well, that and it used to be, they'd be like, oh, well, Josh Herbert lost the game, or Justin Herbert lost the game. I don't know, Josh's brother. He steps in sometimes. But it's he never had an offensive line.
Nope.
If his offensive line is healthy this year, this in theory should be the best Justin Herbert we ever get.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not, it's just going to be more of the same. Like if somebody goes out injured, it's just going to be more of the same, copy paste. Their season's going to be 10-7 again.
Yeah, this team is just good enough to squeak into the 7 seed, probably end up traveling to fucking, I don't know, end up traveling to Buffalo and get first rounded again. That's all that I could see this team doing. Granted, it's another playoff appearance for Harbaugh. That'll be 3 years in a row, but you got nothing to fucking show for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chargers fans at this point just need something to sink their teeth into, because I couldn't tell you the last time that I actively remember the Chargers winning a playoff game. No clue.
Yes.
Did Phillip Rivers even ever win one? Make it to the divisional round?
I think he probably won a couple.
You know what? We have the world's information at our fingertips. When was the last time the Chargers won a playoff game? Oh, it's 2019. 2019. The last time the Chargers won a playoff game was January 6, 2019, when they defeated the Ravens in a wild card matchup. So that was the last time that they won a playoff game. But that was also still with old man Phil Rivers on the team. So Justin Herbert has not won a single playoff game.
The
himself.
gunslinger.
The man that talks so much shit and fucks his wife so much. Got 14 fucking kids and a mouth that won't stop moving and a dick that won't stop pumping either. All right, I'll stop. I'm starting to make
making his own football team.
Yeah, he can coach him as well. Speaking of things that everybody won't stop talking about is dick, that'd be the Kansas City Chiefs, and my God, I'm so excited.
Nice segue.
To see Travis Kelce get married to Taylor Swift.
Oh, you're not invited. It costs $2 million to go to the wedding.
Is it still Madison Square Garden like Dave and Chuck the Freak said, or?
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh God. $2 million. That proceeds better go to charity. They won't.
No,
They won't.
no, God
they
no.
Won't. They won't. as we take a look at the team that is currently favored to win the AFC West right now, as Patrick Mahomes is coming off of a torn ACL, I would now like to present to you
being a little Mahomey,
the winner of the 2026-2027 Comeback Player of the Year award. Proudly goes to Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Just give it to him now, because you already know that's where it's going. There are so many people that got hurt.
And they said he might not be ready for week 1, which means we get week 1 Justin Fields, which is, if that's the case, that's hilarious.
That's great. That's good. Who the fuck are the Chiefs playing week 1? Hold on. Chiefs are playing Broncos week 1 Monday Night Football. So if Mahomes isn't ready, that could be an 0-1 start. That could be.
Granted, they do have one of the better running backs sitting back there ready to go now.
Yeah, as we take a look at the Kansas City roster, the quarterback.
I hate that Mahomes has a backup weapon now.
The quarterback room of Pat Mahomes, Justin Fields, good old Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU made his way onto a team. Third stringer, still made onto a team. Can't talk too much shit. Running back room of Kenneth Walker III and Emmett Johnson. Wide receiver core of Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Tyquan Thornton, with a various cast of characters to follow.
Stephon Diggs is still a free agent. Is Tyreek Hill a free agent yet?
I believe so. However, let me check.
Because I could very much. Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs do not give a fuck about a person's personality. So I could very much see Stephon Diggs going there.
Oh, Jesus. Still currently a active free agent. However, Tyreek Hill reignites rumors of a return to Chiefs.
No, that's what I heard. So if you could imagine, again, Kansas City doesn't give a shit about personality, so they could have finale of Tyreek Hill and possibly the addition of Stephon Diggs as well.
I don't know if they have the money to pay them both, though. That's the thing.
I don't either, but I could definitely see them getting at least one of them.
I could see one. I don't know about
seeing
both.
If one would be willing to swallow their pride to play and get a Super Bowl.
Out of Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
I don't know.
More likely to run a red light and beat somebody.
Oh, Alec Pierce. Looking at you, bud. Alex Pierce. Alec. I couldn't remember for the life of me. Old man Travis Kelce heading up that tight end room with
the fact that he came back and has taken up a roster spot
for multiple millions of dollars as well is crazy to me. Not a 1 year, hey, here's like a $3 million deal or something, but we wouldn't want that now, would we? Offensive line lost their right tackle, so they are replacing one of them. The defense,
yeah, but they do still have one of the best centers in the league.
Creed Humphrey is a damn good center. It was him, Jason Kelce, and Frank Ragnow. That is the centers of the NFL, you know.
And then below them, Tyler Linbaum, who's now on the Raiders.
Yeah, who's now on the Raiders. The defense, however, is another question mark for me. The West is going to be a shootout because the Chiefs lost a lot of pieces on defense.
They did, but still, George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, Carissa Tonga is all right. They still have Drew Tranquill, Nick Bolton, L'Jarius Sneed.
And that's it. Everybody else is that
secondary is going to be a little unproven, so that'll be the interesting part.
Especially since they made that trade for Trent McDuffie as well too, to send him off to the Rams. Like that was their kind of primo number one corner. But again, when you're paying your fucking quarterback $500 million, you don't really have the money to be able to pay anybody else.
Well, and that was the upside for them, is they got him early, and then they just kept on paying him that rookie minimum until it's time to pay him, and they were like, later.
Yeah. It just granted they still sent him to the Rams, which sucks for us on the NFC side, but it's smart. The Rams are a very fuck them picks type of team. Still sent him a first and some pocket change, but the secondary, you will be able to throw the ball on the Chiefs this year. Their secondary is like, if the Lions had the Legion of whom last year, the Chiefs are the Legion of, where? Where's the ball? The Legion of Kadarius Tonys. There you go. That's a throwback.
Nice.
I mean, sure, Chris Jones still in the middle, George Karlaftis, whatever. I still don't know the whole ordeal of like, hey, yeah, let's send Sam Laporta out that way for a bunch of change from the Chiefs as well too. I still never understood that. I guess the biggest question for me is very similar to the Broncos, is just, is Patrick Mahomes going to be okay? Because Bo Nix was all ankle. Bo Nix was a broken ankle. That's significantly different than completely tearing your ACL. That is a much worse injury to deal with.
Well, yes and no. You forget there's also tendons and shit in your ankle. So if he tore any of those, I mean, his mobility, Bo Nix was a moving quarterback, not necessarily a sprinter or a runner, but he was a maneuvering quarterback like Patty Mahomes. And if he can't do that, if he can't pivot or launch off that ankle anymore, that's going to cause his whole game to change. That's going to be the real key for Bo Nix. Just like for Patrick Mahomes, it's going to be kind of planting, pivoting, having to do sudden turns. Both of them have unique things that if those repairs aren't done, they're not going to be able to play the way they used to play.
No, God, no.
As otherwise you end up like RG3.
Yeah, doing commentary for the World Cup right now instead of prepping for the upcoming season.
I'm happy he has a career post-football because,
don't get me wrong,
because I loved watching him play. I believed in him, and that team fucking failed him, and I was pissed, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because I loved watching his career. I thought he was going to be the next dude. I thought he was going to be the one, and then they threw his career away.
You don't even need to say they. You can call the fucking Dan Snyder of the former owner of Redskins fame. No, that dude was such a fucking clown. I could run the old Redskins better than he fucking could. Poop pipes bursting all over Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, running RG3 into the fucking dirt. It was Dan Snyder. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He just picked the fucking whatever yes men that wanted to listen to him and stuck him at head coach. Had no clue any sort of sense in football. Just went, I'm getting big money.
Kyle Shanahan, right?
I don't think so. I think Shanahan was an assistant. I don't think he was the head coach during that time. Who was RG3's coach in Washington?
Yeah, I mean, being a quarterback coming back from...
Not... who did you say?
Kyle Shanahan. Was it Mike Shanahan?
It was Mike. It was Mike.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think it was
one
Kyle.
Of them.
It sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix is going to... hopefully his ankle's all ready to go, but that is a fuck of a procedure to have to come back from.
Well,
if you break your ankle, like, I don't know if they had to put bolt screws in, any of that. I don't know because that is a hell of a repair. Again, that takes all of that plant, all of that maneuverability, every turn, everything you do, that's all impacted on that ankle. So hopefully it's 100%. And Patrick Mahomes is probably, I'm assuming, going to be wearing a knee brace the whole season.
It looks like sources are saying that both Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes are going to be a full suited up for week 1 of the season. It's going to be real interesting since, again, they are both playing each other week 1, the first Monday night football game.
There's going to be a hell of a tell week 1.
Oh, big time. That is going to be a big litmus test for the both of them. I would say Mahomes significantly more than Bo Nix. I feel like Bo Nix is going, well, Bo Nix will be able to show off the gunslinging. However, I do feel like Bo Nix is going to have to move around a bunch as well too. We'll see. That's exciting.
That's going to be one of those games. That's going to be one of those games to watch, not for the reason you normally do. It's going to be, are these quarterbacks both back to form?
Yeah.
Which is wild because then you have somebody like Malik Neighbors who is moving like a geriatric grandma.
I just don't think he wants to be on the Giants anymore. I don't think he just wants to be.
It's possible, man, because the way he's moving, it's like, are you not healed at all? Like, are you just standing and doing jumping jacks every day and fucking your knee up? Or like,
is it Harbaugh?
That man hasn't healed once.
Is it Jackson Dart? Is he just scared of the fucking Tasmanian devil Cam Skadaboo? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if that team, I know we're going to talk about them another week, but if the Giants are on the same page this year, that could be one of those teams where you're like,
sneaky.
It's something to watch. Yeah. If Malik Neighbors can also ever get healthy.
They will pop up whenever we have a chance to talk about the NFC East. But since our ever lovely co-host, Mr. AirV1, is a part of that division, I told you last week we are saving the North and the East for the final 2 weeks of us being able to talk about this. So at earliest, we won't be able to talk about them for 6 more weeks. Had to think about that one for a second. That's why my brain.
I saw that. I saw you buffer real time. That was nice.
As far as the West goes, I feel similar to what I did last week. Raiders are still going to be in last. Yeah. Going to be much better than last year's season for sure.
Should be
significantly better than last year's season.
I think if Kirk Cousins stays starting quarterback, they won't be.
No, I do think they do make the swap to Fernando by at least like week 8, probably. I feel like the Raiders are good enough to at least win 5 games. I would say after that, I'm gonna have. We'll do another little Jackal hot take. I feel like the Chiefs getting gutted on the defensive side of the ball, looking at their secondary, that gave me shivers, and I have the Lions secondary right now. What the fuck does that tell you? I did not like what I saw on the Chiefs defense at all, even if they were to get another weapon on offense too. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know. That defense is looking rough, especially with the schedule that they have. Like I said, that's the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Patriots, and the Bills. I think all 5 of those teams could beat the Chiefs right now handedly.
I would love for the Chiefs to miss the playoffs again.
Oh, 2 years in a row? Ooh. But kind of like that.
As much as I don't like his Kermit Frog penalty flopping ass, I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes get hurt.
No, God, no. I never wish that for people.
I would love for them to miss the playoffs again and him to pout and complain at the refs again.
Now, if Andy Reid were to just get bored of coaching football and want to change careers to a stripper and strip for Fire Guy Kev for some nuggies, that's a different story. Also, I think he may have died on his little set because he never came back. He may have died.
No.
Wow, no, anything but that.
I'm so upset about that.
I'm going to go probably Chargers 2, just simply to the fact of whatever Mike McDaniel could do. And I feel like I said, Broncos at 3 right now with the way that team was humming last year, especially with the addition of Jalen Waddle. I feel like I'd be stupid to not put Broncos to win the West right now. So, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders.
I have a tendency to agree with you there. I could agree with you there. For the sake of this right now and for the sake of being different, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs.
Okay.
I think now everybody knows that the Broncos are get into the second half of a season and choke.
Yeah, they're beatable.
Like they did. I mean, their defense saved them a bunch of games.
They won a lot of one-score games last year.
Yeah. Chargers are the Chargers. I just don't think they're going to do anything overly amazing. And I think the Chiefs have that bounce back year. And I do think Patrick Mahomes wins comeback player of the year because the NFL is not original.
Yeah, fucking absolutely. He needs to suit up and take a snap for him to win comeback player of the year next year. That's a given already. I should put money on it fucking now, honestly.
Good.
But
$20 down, win like 2,000.
We can't do that until this episode comes to a close. But let's do. You know what? Never eat sour watermelon. So we went to the north and the west. So let's look at the South next week.
Ooh, going south?
The AFC South.
We're gonna stick in the AFC and go south.
Yeah, let's wrap up with the AFC first. We don't give a shit about the AFC side of things.
All right.
Continuing our test to see which fan bases like the 3 Count It Out podcast even more.
Colts, Texans, Titans, and Jags.
Boy, oh my, that sounds awful. Ugh.
I am already excited.
We didn't want to talk about the Chiefs just because it's the Chiefs, but man, those 4 teams are.
Actually, because of the way everything was last year and the way it could be this year, I am a little excited.
All right, fair enough. You convinced me. We can't get to that point, though, until this episode comes to a close. So if you enjoyed today's edition of the 3 Count It Out podcast, make sure you hit that like button. If you're on Spotify, you better give us that 5 stars because we are a 5-star program. Leave a comment down below, and I'll make sure Mike reads it out in such an amazing voice that it'll lull you to sleep. But you leave the podcast on so we still get some listens while you're taking a nap. It's perfect. Make sure you share this to a friend. Send it to all your wrestling friends. Send it to all your football friends. If you got friends that hate WWE, send them our way. We'll be able to talk about it with them. If you're over on the YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe, smash that like button, comment down below. I can reply to you over there. You and I can have a debate back and forth in the comment section.
But you're going to have a bait-off.
Oh, and you know what they say about me, Mike. I'm a master debater.
I've heard that about you.
Real good with it. Good with my hands. Whew, I could type real quick. That's how you get that master status. If you want to find a master debater like me, you could find me over at twitch.tv/JackalJoker or youtube.com/JackalJoker. Work just as good.
If you need me, I'm not going to be master debating by myself. I'm going to be here waiting for you to come back. So you can see my face again.
Oh no, Mike! My phone just fell on the floor. I need to get down onto the floor and make sure that I can debate with people lying down because that's the more comfortable way to be.
Are you gonna be on your back to reach for it?
Oh, you better. Oh, here I go. Oh no, I'm gonna be master debating on the floor. Oh no.
Oh no! I have to pin you while you're master debating?
Bring it, yeah. Come on.
All right, I'm here. Wait, we don't have a ref.
I'll count it myself. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Is that a banana?
Oh, my phone is sticky.